So, in your experience, what's the number one question that people have? It's probably written in various forms, but what is the number one question that people have? I'm sure it's probably, how do I do this?
You know, that's one of them. Sometimes it comes across as a question, sometimes it comes across as a statement, but this is it. Have I set my goals too high? Yeah, that's certainly a question that we get. You know, have I set my goals too high? And my answer to that is, I don't believe you can ever set your goals or your dreams too high. Oftentimes, again, the route to get there may require some adjustments. It may require you to break things into smaller checkpoints or steps to get there. But I never ever believe that a person can set their goals too high.
Me neither. I always have that saying that if you shoot for the moon, you'll end up among the stars, even if you don't make it there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what's another popular question that people have?
We see quite a few different questions that are there, but one of the big challenges is what is failure and dealing with failure.
This is a biggie.
Absolutely. A person will begin on the path to accomplishment, and again, maybe the goal they feel is too high, and so they'll have a struggle, some kind of a challenge. Something will come in the way, and they'll feel like they've failed. And so, you know, how do I get over that? What is failure? And I guess the first way I'd like to answer that is by stating very clearly that you are never a failure until you actually quit or give up.
Yeah.
Okay? Failure is actually a part of the learning process. When I did my interviews with the 400 most successful people on the planet, every single one of them, without exception, experienced failure to some degree. But the difference was they did not stop. They took that experience and they learned from it. And as Henry Ford said, is that failure is an opportunity to begin again with more experience. So we need to look at it that way. I kind of look at it almost like when you're running up the stairs, you trip, you're not falling down, you're falling up and you're falling forward. So when you get up again, you've got more experience than you had before.
I love that. You know, you don't fail unless you give up or you stop.
Absolutely.
That's great. I think that's something kids can learn too, because there's sort of a bit of an issue in terms of schools and schooling and how kids are graded, and if they've got an exam or if they've got a test and they fail, it's such a demotivator. It's like, oh, I failed, but really the lesson in that is no, next time you just got to do better. There is this whole issue of people don't want to fail. They don't want to fall on their face.
Well, I think our society trains us to be afraid of mistakes or failure or
Exactly.
even admitting our mistakes. And we see on a regular basis when someone has a challenge, they oftentimes try to hide it rather than seek help to solve it. And if you look at the successful people that are out there and the top achievers, oftentimes when they come up against a stumbling block, many times they right away draw on a mentoring group or a group of friends or networking people or people that have even been through a similar challenge, and they ask for advice on how to solve the problem. Because problems typically don't go away without a solution to attach to them.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and chatting.
Oh, anytime.
With us. Always great to see you.
Always great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
And the Opus, the movie that you're working on, the follow-up to The Secret, if you will, is coming out when?
Oh, we are so excited. You know what? We have actually changed the release date, and we're sort of keeping that under wraps, but it'll be the beginning of 2008. And we've actually brought in some very significant names that we didn't have before, and that's one of the days that a reason we changed the date on that. We're kind of keeping that under wraps, but if you check out the website, theopusmovie.com, you'll see a lot of interesting news there. There is a blog where we comment on a regular basis of what's up and coming, but it proves to be very, very exciting, and we've attracted a lot of attention in a positive way that I never ever imagined. This film is going to be huge.
Oh, well, thank you, and congratulations with it. Look forward to it.
Thank you.
All right. We've been talking with Douglas Vermeeren about Amazing Possibilities. For more information about him and his books, you can log on to douglasvermeeren.com.